Okay, we can start.
Good evening, everyone. Most welcome. We are so excited to do our talk with on cheating and betrayal, and you can heal from it on the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies platform. My name is Brenda.
I'm Charu.
And today we want to talk about how cheating and betrayal actually plays out in your life. So what I would like everyone to, I think all the chat is on the Telegram, and I think it's posted in the chat. So if you're not in the Telegram, please join. Post in the Telegram where in your life is where does cheating play out? Where does betrayal play out? How does it play out in your life? Where do you see it playing out?
So today we plan to talk a little bit about on this topic, and then we wish to do some live demos. It will be nice if you switch on your videos, then it can be more interactive. Otherwise, we can carry on like that as well. So cheating and betrayal, as we discussed, I don't know how many of you were present yesterday, but we discussed it in a way that it's basically a play of certain internal factors and certain external factors. So when these factors are prevalent, you will end up experiencing cheating and betrayal. So just to give you a quick brief about the best way to explain these internal and external factors, which I explained yesterday also, was with the story from the Mahabharata. And I'll quickly just run down for those who didn't join yesterday, the story of Mahabharata, especially the game of dice, which most of us have heard this story, where the Kauravas and the Pandavas, these were the two families, and how the Kauravas were so jealous of the Pandavas because the Pandav brothers had all the skills, all the knowledge, and all the strength. And in order to defeat them, the Kauravas invited them for this game of dice. And this game of dice was rigged. And because of this rigged game, Pandavas ended up losing everything, including their kingdom. They had to go in exile, and they lost their wife as well. And a big game of humiliation played there. So when we look at the whole episode as healers, we look at it in a different perspective. We look at it in a way that, the Pandavas had certain set of energies or certain programs in their subconscious that led them to cheating and betrayal. So these are this is how we explain the internal factors. We call them the internal factors. So internal factors will drive you towards cheating and betrayal. No matter how good you are, like if you see these, the Pandav brothers, they were so intelligent, so skilled, so knowledgeable, yet they experienced this thing because they had certain internal factors that took them to this energy, to this experience. And also the second thing was that this whole event where the Draupadi, Chirharan and all those things happened was in the presence of people, all the elders of the family, Bhishma Pitama, Vidur, and many people were present. But the environment was so toxic that nobody stopped this game. Nobody put an end to it. So this environment, we categorize it as the external factor. So when your environment is toxic, or the external factors, as we call them, when the external factors are into play, it will add fuel to these things. And you will end up, this will basically aggravate your relationship adversely. So these are the two factors, internal factors and the external factors. They both have to be addressed. Otherwise, a lot of people, they just continue working on if you continue working only on the internal factors, you get a relief for short time. But then, it becomes like a pattern. So for some time, you see an improvement, and then again, the factors will start recreating it. For some people, the recreation is very fast. For some people, the recreation takes little time. But then this is what we call, I have this pattern, I end up having issues with my relationships. And the pattern is connected to your toxic environment. And this toxic environment, mostly people don't understand it fully, and they don't even realize how it gets created. So why don't you explain how it gets created? So basically, yeah, how people the memories and all, how they become the toxic.
So what I wanted to say is that from our very DNA, from the time we are born, we are implanted or imprinted with the energies of lies and cheating. And what happens is that the experiences that we go through, they basically enhance what we actually go through. So lies and cheating is always okay for us. And how do lies, cheating, betrayal, how does it come in our lives? It comes out in so many ways. We only think of lies and or cheating and betrayal as basically romantic relationship, but there is in like there are people who are having fights with their parents because they're feeling cheated out of their inheritance. There are siblings that are fighting and cheating and betraying each other just because of money, because of the play of money. Students feel cheated from exams if they study and they don't achieve what they want. The parents feel cheated if their kids don't get into the nice school. You feel cheated if you don't have enough money to get married to somebody. In job wise, you may not get that promotion and you feel cheated out of that promotion. So in our basic makeup, we have this energy of cheating and betrayal because it has gone down ancestor to ancestor, generation to generation. And what we do is we use our method that we have curated, which is called the BNC Miracle Method. And we use a set of charts. So we can show you the charts and a beautiful pendulum. And we actually ask a lot of questions on the charts. And what we do is we tap into your subconscious mind. And by tapping into the subconscious mind, we find out what is the experience, what are you going through, and we actually energetically close this experience. So you're going to ask me, how does this happen? So basically, everything is energy. So the negative energy can be transmuted and transformed into the positive energy. And that is how we can actually change what you're experiencing. So what we do is we change and we find out the point of creation of where this energy is coming, or where do you feel that? And this is where we actually do our discovery talk. So when we actually, in our package, we actually we do a discovery talk, and from the discovery talk we actually find out the root of where actually your energy is coming from, where this cheating and betrayal is coming. And actually I would actually like to invite Kanisha, if Kanisha is online, if we can, I don't know if she's here. If we can unmute Kanisha.
I'm right here. Hi.
Oh, hi there. Yes, hi.
Give me 1 second. I'm just getting to I forgot to turn on the lights because I was just waiting to see your faces. So
okay, meanwhile we will tell them so how these external factors get formed. So when what is
She's coming.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sure. Okay.
so just
I'm here. Can you see?
Yeah.
Your camera, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, hi Kanisha. So I was just explaining about our discovery session, and I know you experienced you actually you were one of our demo. You were luckily I think God was in your favor and called you, and you prayed and said, put me there, and you came, and you actually after our session, our findings, you actually booked a session with us. And today you actually had a discovery session, and you made such a big change in your life. And I really want you to, acknowledge and share that the change that you made, that, it's so profound for you and what you experienced.
Yeah, absolutely profound. I think what happened today maybe must have been in my thought process here and there. But like they say, it's so important to, hear from the right people. Otherwise it doesn't jolt you enough, right? So anyway, my experience goes like this. of course, I met you guys yesterday, and yes, God is always in my favor. I think the only person who's in my favor is Him. And I was telling Brenda and Charu as well that something in me was just, ringing volumes of positivity to be able to talk to them. And I was just like, what, it'll be nice to talk to them, and it happened. And then I pretty much bought the session immediately. And somehow from last night until this morning, my energy just went over and above a lot of things that I couldn't understand were surfacing. It was unnecessary at the point. And by then, Brenda and I were already chatting, and we decided that we'll talk on Friday. But for some odd reason, I said, you know what, my energy is feeling so clogged. And is it possible to like speak now? And then we did the session today. Now, the difference with, before I explain what happened, the difference between achieving something what you've paid for and actually changing actually seeing the shift from the minute you actually talk to this person is a big thing. So I'm also a healer, and I've spoken to a bunch of healers across the world. I think what happened with Brenda and Charu was this: they find the nicest way to be able to tell you that you're stupid, because everything that is in your energy is easy to change, is possible to change. It's not that a healer like healers like them need to come and like, of course they may be able to change a lot of things with healing, but today we just spoke about what my issues were. I went on a rant for God knows how long, and I pretty much vomited everything. And then Brenda just said 3 or 4 lines, and Charu was like, yeah. And then we didn't even get into healing. It was just that entire 3 statements made so much sense. And my reply to that was, I mean, isn't that right, Brenda? Like, I'm not stupid, right? I should want better for myself. Why am I so happy and being stuck with something that never serves my purpose? And then she was like, yeah. And then she said, okay, but irrespective, we will heal these aspects of you, because there has been traces of love, lies, betrayal, and cheating for the longest time since I was 8 or 9. And of course that. But now here's the thing. We spoke about it all, and Charu and Brenda said they were going to periodically, help me do whatever changes, make whatever changes I need to. But we came back to the point of the moot point again. And then I said, okay, I will work on this. I'll see what I can do. And the minute I got off the call with both of them, I took my phone. I don't know, something just told me that just jolt it out of your life. Just get it out of your life. It doesn't matter. If it happens sometime in the future, we'll see then. That I'm going to call Brenda and Charu and say, hello, ladies, this is happening again. But I went to my phone, I deleted contact, I deleted pictures that I had. And then I sat by myself for like 10 seconds, just, in the middle of nowhere. And I said, I am done. I'm heartfully, mindfully, emotionally, soulfully, everything done with this aspect of my life. I deserve better. I need to move on. And I just did this for 10 seconds. And then I had a meeting to go. So I just quickly got up and went to the washroom to freshen up. And there was a significant change in the way I looked. My skin still feels glowing. I don't know, from the morning that you saw me, I don't know if you can see it, or maybe it's just my perspective. My skin was glowing in months. I think I haven't done this in months. I always have a habit of playing some African music in the washroom while I'm showering. Today, in like almost 7 or 8 months, I put on some music. I was dancing in the shower, and I was like, oh my God, it was so precious to even see myself like that in the mirror. And I quickly said Brenda, and I said, listen, I don't know what you thought about me on that call, and I know you don't like my energy too much because of everything I'm going through, but I needed to tell you this. I haven't felt alive in so long. What I'm trying to say is they did no healing. They absolutely did no healing today. It was just a conversation. But when you are a true healer, I think you're able to help your client justify their righteousness for themselves, which is a big thing, which a lot of people don't get to do, including me. I don't think I've ever come from this perspective. And just the fact that they did it, and also because I'm a psychologist, I get the angle. Just the fact that they did it and I have this shift, I'm okay to like do whatever sessions it takes to, internally clear whatever it is. Yeah, so I'm very grateful. Thank you. And I really hope everybody on this call I'm not sponsored by Brenda Charu, but I definitely tell you that you should just sign up. Even if you can't afford anything, just sign up for the 15 or 20 minutes call with them, and that will tell you what you need and don't need. And also, most importantly, everything they said was everything different from everybody else so far. So thank you. That was my experience, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.
And you asked me this one question. That the first question you asked me is that are you a healer, and is that your path? And I would say definitely, Kenisha, because you made that profound shift that you are contributing to yourself and in turn the others. So I wish you all the good luck, and you have a profound vision. And I send you all contributions to that vision to make it happen. And yes, our sessions are pending, but yes. So just to show everybody, just to tell how profound just a conversation with us is, and what we pick up and how it changes a person's life. Thank you.
And in all honesty, I did not, even on last call, the demo call that we did, and you guys said there is some sort of lies and betrayal in your energy and all of that. It didn't really stick. But today, when I spoke to them particularly, and they indulged in all of these three words, and they deciphered it for me in terms of what area of my life it fits. Wow, it felt like I've been lying and betraying myself and cheating myself as well for the longest time, because it's a pattern. Powerful. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So this is what we wanted to share with you. This is how we do our sessions. And so what we would like to do is we would like to do demos. So we'll do individual demos. Simran, how is this happening? Through the Telegram or through?
We can take people from the call.
Yeah, from the call. Yeah.
All right.
So I guess whoever has the camera on and puts, I think, their hands up, raise hands.
Yeah.
Hands up. Getting those words right. So I invite anybody who would like to want to have like we can we as we said, we're working on two different parts, and we'll do a few demos so you can actually see how it works and experience something different for yourself. So I think Yashika put her hand up, so let's speak to Yashika.
Hi, Brenda and Charu.
Hi. Hello.
You want me to switch on the camera?
Yeah, I think as per policy, you have to switch on the camera and confirm that you are okay with it be recording. I guess that's the rule of the call.
Yeah. Yashika.
Yashika. Yeah. What did you hear?
Yashika.
Yashika.
Yeah.
Maybe the way I say it. It didn't show pinned, Simran. It doesn't show us. Oh, you changed. Oh yeah. Sorry. The view got changed. Okay, so tell us what's happening with you in your life.
I don't know what exactly is going on. It's been almost 3 years that I'm already struggling in my personal life and professional life as well. I'm going through some legal things in my life. And then I started getting into this spiritual healing for myself.
Okay.
I started reading, and somehow I started getting these universal messages. I try to, break the code, like what exactly going on in my life. So then I started opting for the self-healing process and self-cleansing, aura cleansing. I did everything. And then I started opting for the crystals in my life. And from 1.5 years, there is a change. I won't say that,
Nice.
but I don't know. Just stuck with one relation, and this is so painful for me. And I don't know. And a couple of people have told me like I have some trust issues. Sometimes I think it is very hard for me to trust people in my life.
Okay.
Yes, and especially in our relationships, if I talk about, it is sometimes really too hard. I want to trust people, but I don't know why I'm not able to. And because of that, sometimes I tend to lose good people in my life. And this is very heartbreaking at times. Yes.
So you want us to look at your relationship?
Yes, my relationships. Yes.
So I'll start. Basically, we looked on this. It's a gift PDF to everybody, and I hope everybody downloaded it. If not, please do, because it's a very powerful mapping of consciousness of your relationship, and it basically shows you where you are and how to, there's processes to get you out of it. So on this, your energy is coming as cheating and betrayal. So you're in that energy of cheating and betrayal, and that's what's happening in your life. So we talk about your makeup and the DNA and the people around you. So you will feel cheated, people will cheat you. Your life view is basically, I can't believe this is happening to me. I feel helpless. What can I do? Yeah. So I'm not sure if that's happening, or I mean, you can validate or you can check for yourself. You're on mute. You're on mute?
Yes, now I am.
Yeah, you were saying something?
Yes, I was saying that whatever that you said, it is right. I think the same is happening with me, and yeah.
Yeah, and so what is happening is your house has now, because the house has been imprinted with this energy of cheating and betrayal and lies, and mostly you go back to memories. So we go back to the memories of, oh, this happened to me, that happened to me, why did this happen, why did this person say this? So you keep going into that. So again, you don't move from the negative to the positive. So you keep going into the negative. And as we stay in that space of that negative, we keep piling on and piling on and piling on the experiences. So if you actually go from, okay, I trust people, as you yourself said about trust. So if you go
I
from
do
that,
affirmations as well. I do
yeah, of course,
manifestation.
but your
I
makeup
do
is so strong, right? Because we
yes.
are, yes, of course. So we consciously you're doing all of that, which is good, which is actually surviving you. But our method works on the subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is 9,000 times stronger. So as soon as you have your first memory of cheating, betrayal, lies, or whatever that energy is, you keep going back to that reference. And ourselves, we don't know where it is. So unless you talk to, to someone to, find out where is that, like how Kanisha said, she couldn't actually, she knew her energy, and she herself is doing work on herself, but she couldn't get to that level. And then we traced it back for her when she was 7 and 8, and an incident happened in her life, which created the memories, and now obviously the stacking of it. So likewise, your memory is there in that memory bank in the DNA and your cellular memory, and that's what's keeping it. And your energy now, you're emotionally depressed. So all of this is making you very depressed. And work is interfering in your space. So either the thoughts of work or you working or not working, that's interfering in your space and not allowing you to get out of this energy.
Correct.
Yeah. So this was like, as we talked, we do internal and external factors both. So Brenda explained the external factors, and the internal factors that we check is the ancestral imbalance that always impact the relationships, the current relationships. So ancestral wise, the imbalance is coming is the lack of loyalty. So
Correct.
either so you attract people who will have lack of loyalty, or it works both ways. Or you will create from your side, there will be lack of loyalty. It works both ways. But that issue is coming from your ancestral lineage.
Okay.
So, yeah. And the present life, what I call as a root cause, is an issue that you picked up from your childhood, and that is blocks to love and the energy of rejection. So that has been your experience. So now it has gone as a programming in your subconscious. So rejection plays in relationship and love is blocked. So that is out of your experience. And karmically, karmic causes that the energy of unfocused. So the karmic energy comes from previous births.
Okay.
So you brought this program of being unfocused in relationship, or the relationship make you unfocused.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah. So this is a complete clearance. When the whole thing is cleared, you will see liberation, how we saw on Kanisha's face only by talking.
Okay. Yeah.
The process for you can do is healing. So allow yourself to heal from your past unaddressed traumas. So think back on your life and write down the negative experiences still sticking you. So basically, anything that is negative, write it down and tear the paper and let it fly in the wind and allow the issues to leave your cellular memory. So all of these processes are taken from my deck of healing cards. They're all channeled by me, and the pictures and everything are all done by me. And people can buy them as well. Let me see, where is that? Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, so it was the card of the day yesterday, and so that's the imagery of it. And yeah, so do the process, and that will start you in your journey of self-healing as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. So we can take the next person, which is, I can't read. It says some academy, Similis in academy. I don't know. I don't think that's your name.
Sridevi is my name.
Yeah, that's some academy.
It's my work ID. I haven't changed it.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Sridevi Sampath Kumar is my name.
Yeah, hi Sridevi.
I didn't realize that I have not changed it.
It's okay. I was like, academy, yes, okay. That's it.
I'm Sridevi, SRIDEV.
Yes, tell me how we can help you.
I guess pretty much it goes with the previous person's experiences. Right from childhood abuse to broken marriage to relationships without commitment. This is just the sum up.
Okay, cool. So what do you want us to look at? Like what?
Why is this pattern following? In fact, I have done Akashic recording with one of the other facilitators, and I'm working on what she has asked me to do.
Okay.
So, but the fear is so much for me that I'm like, is it better if I continue to be alone and whatever comes to me in the future, face it, rather than even look up? I don't have the courage to even go out and meet a new person. And even with the existing colleagues, I am backing off beyond a basic communication, I'm backing off. I am myself. I interact, I speak, I do everything only when I'm inside a session, because I know that this is training and I'm delivering. Only there I speak. Rest all the places, I'm back. And I used to be a total extrovert. So I'm happy being an introvert now. That's not the thing. But the thing is, I have no courage to trust a male. So even after the broken marriage, again, the marriage, I had to break it because he was already married. And we came to know when I saw various weird behaviors. I said, okay, there's no meaning. I broke it. So past life regression showed me that this was a past karmic.
But you said before that, you said abuse. Did I hear that right?
Yes, you heard it. It's childhood abuse, physical abuse.
Physical abuse. Okay.
Yeah. So after Reiki, after Ho'oponopono, and after all that, so those words don't make me cry. I stand up and say this can happen.
So abuse from parents?
No, physical abuse from sibling, sexual abuse from a sibling. No, parents are absolutely divine.
No, I just need to understand, because for me,
no, sexual abuse. I did mention physical abuse. Okay, you're treating it as beating, you mean. Sorry, sexual abuse. Let me correct my answer.
Yes, that's what I want to know. I also want to.
Incest
physical, but then, okay.
Yes,
okay.
That's it. I'm correcting it myself for you to understand. No, I don't have a problem on that.
Yeah, it's okay. That's fine. But I just want to understand. So you said three things. You said three things. You said
first,
abuse,
abuse from a sibling, broken marriage. What I realized, he was already married, so I didn't see a meaning in continuing it. I came out. So my journey of being a healer, mentor, coach started with that actually. Past life regression and Reiki taught me why the marriage was like that. But what I still don't understand is when someone comes into my life as a person, saying, okay, a good friend, and then something happens. What I see is it stops at the commitment level. They are not able to give me a commitment. They are very good as a friend. They want to get into a relationship, but they are not ready to commit a long-term, let's say, marriage. This whole thing has made me such that I think I better be as I am, do my work, and continue to do all my practices. I don't know whether it's karmic clearance. I don't know what exactly I should be calling it.
So I checked your internal factors, which we call as the 3-pin plug of the relationship. And the 3-pin plug, the first plug is the karmic cause. So karmically, basically from past life, you are bringing the energy of hate of man.
Yes.
Yeah. So that
but
is your,
even after this much of doing clearing, can it still continue?
It shows up now also. So
okay.
Because these are all in your cellular memory, and sometimes they don't get taken out. This is where we make a difference. This is where our method is, I mean, not because it's accurate.
No, I can understand, because
I
said,
also
I'm
have done a lot of techniques, but the most profound that I found is a BNC miracle method that goes deep inside, removes those roots, and takes it out once and for all. So, and then your life really changes.
And also from our experience, or I want to tell you, these, as I explained, I don't know whether you heard it yesterday, the 3-pin plug of relationship. So if you only work on hate of man, and if you don't work on the other 2 factors, slowly, it resurfaces. It has to be when all 3 plugs are diffused, the current stops.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's like a grass. You just cut the grass from the top, the roots are left.
So you never know when it sprouts again.
When it sprouts up again. So your karmic issue is hate of man. Your root cause, which I call, is your present life experience. So from present life, what has happened is now you have developed lack of worthiness. So now you are in that.
And this lack of worthiness, I feel, is in relationship. Yes, mainly.
Yeah. And then your ancestral issue is suppression in the family. So ancestors had this issue, and it is, so you will also somewhere play suppression in relationship.
Okay, that I will have no idea about.
So from the mapping of the consciousness of relationship, you're on already separation. You're on the mode of you're at least living separate lives. So
I'm legally separated.
No. I'm not talking about, I know you're legally separated. I'm saying that even though whatever it is, you're on that separation. So you and I are separate. So even though you want to say, I want to be in a relationship or go in a relationship, you're running this separation energy. So
Yeah.
it's your makeup.
Yeah.
It's already now what you're doing, right? So in order to change that for you, and if you want to invite somebody into your life, then this is the card for you. And it's called There is Light. And it says, whatever the issue is, whatever the trouble is, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So imagine yourself standing at the beginning of a tunnel and just send into the tunnel all your issues, troubles, problems, and challenges. And as it goes through the tunnel, everything gets transformed and your issues feel lighter and lighter. So you can start doing that because you do have the memories of whatever happened to you. And of course, you know, as much as we change them, they're still there as well sometimes. So you can put all of these into, you know, imagining the tunnel and letting it go of it. And on the exterior, the house, it's a furniture that has the imprints of whatever you've gone through or whatever you're going through or whatever is not changing for you. So, you know, you could be sitting on that favorite chair and thinking, oh my God, why did I go through this? Or doing your process of letting go. So that furniture starts getting that imprint, right? And the energetic attachment is blackmail.
Please repeat that.
The energetic attachment is blackmail.
Blackmail. Huh. Okay. So how do I overcome that?
No, so how do you perceive it? Because it's so funny for you, like, you know, so how do you perceive it? I'm just interested how you see it in your world.
Blackmail or black magic?
Blackmail.
Blackmail. Okay. I don't know. I'm too strong a personality for anybody's blackmail.
Yeah, no, so it's not really, it's energetic, right? So it's in an energy form. It's not personal. Like, you know, I'm not sending you a letter and saying, give me 10,000.
No, I understand. No, even by words or by actions or anything by any person, male or female, I don't have that personality energy wise also that can, you know, make me feel low or feel depressed or scared or anything. No.
Yeah, no. So this is blackmail, M-A-I-L, not M-E-L-E, blackmail. So
yeah, I got it, M-A-I-L. No, even on the energetic front, I'm saying that I don't think it kind of makes this one on me is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. And the energy, emotion that you're running is attacked and abused. And so that is why you don't have the courage to go out to be anywhere, don't want to be with anybody, because you feel that you would be either attacked or abused. The memories of
that I can agree. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the people interfering that space is parents. So I don't know what that means for you, and you're gonna have to think about it, but it's parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got to see because parents live with me now.
Yeah. So then they are a reminder of what they could have done and not done.
That conversation, sometimes I tell them there were evident behavioral traits of mine which you as parents didn't notice. And right in front of them, when any of my friends or someone comes to me for counseling or for healing, I tell them very clearly, as parents don't always say we are right, our upbringing is right. You don't know what's happening with your child and you need to see the signs. Signs will always be evident. Listen to the child, trust the child. Don't trust one child over other child. Listen to both sides of the story. Be more observant. I tell it right in front of them when someone comes home.
No, but it's not about you telling. It's about that, you know, we are working on subconscious, right, Sridevi? So every time you see your parents, subconsciously it triggers that age where you were abused, and that age, that little girl remembers parents who didn't do their duty. Parents, and you say that also to this, parents who didn't look out for you, and parents who actually didn't save you.
Yeah, right? Probably it's still there in the subconscious, which I might not have aware of.
It's not even about whatever it is. Every time you look at them, it's a subconscious memory that takes you back.
Got it. Got it. And
that trigger,
since they are there, maybe it is happening every day and I don't realize it.
yeah, exactly. And on a cognitive level, you've forgiven them, you've done whatever, but on a subconscious level, it's still playing. And
Got
it's
it.
only playing in this area because you want to go and meet somebody and have another life or have another partner. And this is why it's playing out. So
Got it.
I'm not saying that it's like playing out 24/7.
No, I
I'm saying
understood.
these are the triggers or the labels that are stopping you from going to achieve what you wanted, and that is all relationship.
Got it. I understand.
You can't even imagine that it could be parents, but these are your external factor triggers.
Due to something that is stuck in the
So
subconscious.
highly suggest you do take a package if you want to get married and get on with a life. Do take a package to clear these things because
Yeah, sure, we'll do
they
that.
are there, and you've got an awareness that how they're impacting you and preventing
Yeah.
you. So if you want to be, choose different, then
Yeah. So do I have to get in touch with no?
they'll put the links, I think, in
Yeah,
the
I'll look at the mail and check it out.
yeah. So you
Mystic
can
team will help you.
Yeah, I'll look at the mail and I'll get in touch with
or the Telegram group is there.
yeah,
as well.
No, I'm not there on the Telegram group.
Oh, but
I
the
will
mail
look
will
in.
be there.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
not there because
Awesome.
since I work and I do classes, sometimes it's a distractor.
Yeah, I agree.
So I get in touch through the email and do it. It's fine
Thank
because
you.
that's how I got
Yeah.
in touch with Kushali and others also.
Correct.
And do
Yeah.
that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for letting me know and appreciate your time.
Most welcome.
Yeah.
So I think Geet can work with Geet. So why don't you talk about the 3-pin plug relationship?
Yeah, so we just started the demos. So yesterday we explained that we always check 3 factors in an internal factors, and these we call them as the 3-pin plug of a relationship. And until unless this 3-pin plug is diffused, the current will continue going. And as we saw with Sri Devi, that she did felt that she has worked on hate of men, but immediately the first thing that showed up karmically was hate of men. So until unless the full plug, the ancestral, the karmic, and the root cause, which comes from present life experience, all 3 plugs are diffused, it will continue, your challenge will continue. You will still and for some people along with it is the external factors. And Sri Devi was a classic example here, how Brenda picked up that the parents itself were acting as subconscious triggers. I mean, we all know parents are angels in our lives, but this is how complex we human beings are. So we check 3 things: the karmic cause, which comes from past life, the root cause, which is present life experience, so the energies from your childhood that you picked up and now are interfering in your relationship. And the third is the ancestral cause. The ancestral cause is basically there is something unhealed with the ancestors, and that directly impacts our relationship. So until unless in India we call it also the Pitradosh as well. Pitradosh holds a bigger meaning, but it's something similar to that. But it interferes, we check it in relation to your relationships. What is it that ancestrally is causing you to be in that struggle? So these are the 3 twin plugs. So now we can carry on with the demos.
We can work with Geet again.
Geet, sorry to keep you waiting. Unmute yourself.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to ask you what you want to work on, and we'll find the information before you give us your information.
Perfect.
So what do you want to work on?
Relationships.
Relationships. A particular relationship or just relationships?
I think all relationships.
All relationships. Yeah, sure. You want to go first? You're so excited. You want to beat me to my information, but I'm going to beat you to your information. Especially since now we're working in the dark, right? So I'm challenging myself.
Perfect. That's what I wanted actually, and I'm surprised that you took that call. I'm glad.
I heard it.
Absolutely.
I'm just
You're
flexing my
connected.
intuition.
Okay, cool. So we'll start with the internal factors, as I just explained. So karmically, from your previous birth, you're bringing in the energy of fear. So fear is playing in your relationships. The root cause, which is your present life experience. These are your, we are talking of this life. So in this life, you had betrayal in relationship, and you're also running unforgiveness.
Sorry,
These are betrayal and unforgiveness. And ancestrally, the imbalances, your ancestors had some unresolved relationships. So when they have unresolved relationship, you will also execute the same energy of unresolved relationships. So the relationships are unresolved in your life. These are your internal factors that are impacting you. And over to Brenda.
So basically, to just explain unresolved relationships. So again, it's interesting that you are talking about all relationships. So we are all connected to our ancestors. We will always be. And what we do is we have a loyalty towards our ancestors. So if one of my ancestors didn't get to complete something, we come in as birthing and say, I'll do it for you. I'll help you sort it out. I'll bring you peace. I'll close it for you. And so we go through the same experiences or same sort of traumatic experiences to allow closure for that ancestor or ancestors. And this is how the ancestral plays, and that's how ancestral clearing is so important, because ancestral impact is very huge. Be it money, be it relationship, be it illness, be it children, a very big impact on the ancestral plays. And we have seen really big miracles working on just releasing ancestral patterns and closing ancestral stuff up. We've really seen very big miracles. So coming to my stuff, you are on the, where are you in relationships? You're on the energy of fear and shame. So what will happen? Fear and shame.
Fear and shame.
Yeah. And your life view is what will happen if people come to know, or fear to go ahead and do whatever you want. And the house, what's impacting you to have imbalanced relationships is memories in the house, and habits. Habits. Yeah. And the energetic attachment is a curse. So somebody has cursed. Your energy is on revenge.
My energy is on revenge.
Yeah. Yeah. And the people interfering in this is children. I'm not sure now how it's playing out in your life. So you can explain what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. And we can then give you an awareness. Or not.
No, I'm glad. Some portion is resonating to my understanding that I have had a marriage, had 2 children, divorced, settled back in India. Now, after 10 years of forgiveness and clearing that karma, whatever, came back to the space of again trusting and giving myself to a relationship, and we came together, and very unsuccessful marriage. Could see the triggers much in advance, but was trying to work things out. I guess his marriage, the second marriage that I'm talking about, was also in the similar pattern where he also had betrayal from his spouse,
as similar as mine. Mine was twice betrayal, but I kind of worked on my first marriage with forgiveness and like kind of continuing for the children's sake, and coming back. And anyhow, so now there is no contact kind of thing, a very little contact now. Things are probably coming in space where we are exchanging a little note, but there has been 6-8 months maybe now, there's no contact. And 2020 also similar thing happened. No contact for 8-9 months till I kind of asked him that let's settle, and let's move on. But I guess he came about because he didn't want it to do it for financial purpose or whatever. Anyhow, my son has not been in touch for last 2-3 years. He got married also similar time period when I got married second time. My daughter has recently started to open up and speak and be more friendly. So your children aspect that you said, interference that you said? What did you say?
Yeah,
That
the interfering or
Triggering.
you. No, yeah,
Triggering is the right word.
yeah.
triggering. I do not know if that is.
It's not
I mean,
triggering,
how
but
are you trying to, resolve in your head? I do not understand. But children has been my factor where I haven't had any contact with my son. Similarly, interestingly, my son and my second spouse are of same zodiac. I and my daughter are of the same zodiac. Just to let you know, I mean, nothing that should be there. And with my ancestral, I would say, yes, it has been a pattern. My second spouse, his pattern is same, 3 siblings, not a good, comfortable relationships. And same thing with my 3 siblings, none of them have been good. But with me, unfortunately, having a second time disconnect. In their cases, they are joined. They're just struggling and dealing with their, life. This is my story. And I'm doing good. I'm in a very good space. Shame, maybe at one point I did have that people, what will they think about, like second marriage again, going through this. So I do connect with that. Fear was also there, but not anymore. I don't see shame, neither do I see fear. I've overcome that. And revenge, no, that's something, no. Unforgiveness.
Yeah, so it's okay. Sometimes we don't resonate it
Yeah, no,
because
I'm
it's
just
not.
telling you
Yeah, it's
my
okay.
heart. I'm not doubting your mapping. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not doubting your mapping.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking from my heart that there has been no revenge aspect, whether it is with children, whether it is with my spouses. On the contrary, it has been forgiveness. And the first came after 6 years of marriage and asked for forgiveness. He was already, I actually was an aid in helping him out through his trauma and healed him from a divine space. So I felt my karmic connect or whatever was resolved in that space. I'm a sound healer. I'm also a soul coach, mindfulness.
Nice.
So I've done my different modalities,
Nice.
done whatever, but I just inquisitive mind wants to know, where am I stuck? Do I need this second person also to come back? Because there is a hope. I will not lie, not for the sake of having someone in my life as such, but because I feel there is a twin flame space, but I do not understand the twin flame theory
Energy.
as such right now. And he has love. There is an ego clash. His children interference. There you go. So children interference. His children interferences come in this space. If you're talking about my second marriage,
We don't know. We didn't. I mean, the energies we found because we didn't talk to you, right? So it was just what came up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Can I say something? So, as you asked, where are you stuck in your second marriage?
yeah.
So, although consciously you feel that there is forgiveness in everything, but what we picked up are your subconscious energies. So they are still, the betrayal is still in your makeup, unforgiveness is still in your makeup, unresolved relationship is still in your makeup, fear is still in your makeup. It's subconscious level. So that's what just now we told to Sridevi also, that if you cut the grass from the top but leave the roots, slowly, depending on the time, the weeds will again start coming up and they will start playing up. So the vibration is still that. The programs are there, they might be dormant at the moment. But even if they are dormant, they are still occupying your space and not allowing you good things to come into your energy. That's why
And
this
then
three
what about
class.
can you tell about his space also?
When you take a session, we'll be working on that. So when you take a
Sorry?
session, we can work on that. We have work for you. But when you take a session, then we can work on that for him as well.
So basically, I need to do a lot of more forgiveness as well as.
The easiest way would be to take package A and sort your life out. Otherwise, you can do, it will be longer process. So this is a self-help technique for you. This is the card and it's an element of air. And basically it's imagine yourself as a butterfly and see yourself flying around the flowers and enjoying nature. And as you look down, you observe what is out of balance. And with this new awareness, you can make changes to your communication and way of living. So it's the element of air and it's about communication. So you can work on your communication. Yeah. So you can take package A, highly suggest if you want to make changes and start changing things for you. Otherwise, we've given you enough awareness and you can work from there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you.
You're most welcome.
Bye.
Simran, what we would like to do now, we would like to share with the viewers our package. So since we've been telling people to take the packages, we would like to show you what's on offer and what magic we can do. So we basically have 4 packages. The first package is personal clearing and healing session. We work on both people. So for 2 people we work and we do the same session, clearing their space, and it's for 2.5 hours. We have a package B, which is working on the space clearing. As you can see, space also affects you. Package C is A and B. So if you feel you need space and a clearing for you and your spouse or partner, or you can do package C. And package D is a special curated WhatsApp clearing, and this works on a cellular level. It's a remote clearing and downloads. It's called the creation of relationship codes in 9 days. So the first package is package A, which is personal clearing. It's a duo session for any type of relationship. First is a bonus, which is a discovery session, which we work on talking on you and finding out where you are stuck in life. Then we have session 1, where we do clearing for the first person, and then we do session 2, which is clearing down on the second, and these are remote. So we basically talk to you, then we go off the Zoom and we work on our charts, and we identify what's out of balance, and we clear, heal, transform, all of that. And then we send you a report and telling you what we have cleared. And then after that, you come back and we talk to you on WhatsApp, again, identifying and giving you whatever remedies or whatever, not remedies, basically change of mindset on how to work for yourself. What we will work on, so we basically work on this map of consciousness. So we tell you where you are on this map of consciousness, and we clear that. We clear your auric field of any entities, curses, black magic, all of that negative stuff. Then we were talking about the 3-pin relationship. So we do the karmic cause, where the issue is coming from the past life. the root cause coming from your childhood experiences, and the ancestral imbalances going back to 7 generations. We also clear for you the negative lessons you need to learn from the other person. So the other person you get stuck to a relationship, you get stuck to a memory, you get stuck to something because you have to learn from a person negatively. And we also clear the negative contracts, vows, and addictive energy. So this is where you go fighting, you change things and you you go 1 step forward and then 10 steps backward. So this is where we clear that energy. What you will receive is transforming your relationship. Even the most challenging ones can be transformed. We don't need permission to work on the other party. So if you are willing to work on your relationship, the other person on a soul level always wants to work. It's our conscious mind that doesn't want to work. So we're always willing to work on it. And we clear the negative energies, we heal all wounds and restore balance to the relationship. And we could create your relationship to go to a next level. And you get the bonus for a personal discovery session on Zoom. And the personal clearing session with the bonus is for US dollars 328, 24,000 rupees. But for you listeners on Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies, the special price is 205 US dollars, rupees 15,000, which makes it a 38% saving. Then we have a personal space clearing where we work on the same bonus. We speak to you about your space and what's happening in your space. Then we do a 1-hour remote healing. Again, we go offline and work for an hour. We give you the report and then we come back and we speak on what we found. What we will clear the stagnant energy of everybody, the negative imprints and memories, the past imprints of fights and arguments, and hate, lack of love from the environment. And what you will expect: peace and harmony, more understanding in your relationship, release of the triggers that are creating fights, and more love in your relationship. And this, including with the bonus session, this personal discovery session, which is on Zoom, is for US dollars 164. The normal price, rupees 12,000. But just for Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies listeners, US dollars 123, rupees 9,000, which is a 25% saving. And then we have a package C, which includes both personal clearing and healing session for 2 people, plus package B, which is a space clearing and the bonus with each one. And that is, the normal price is US dollars 492, which is rupees 36,000. And just for today, it's US dollars 27 and rupees 21,000, which is for a 42% saving. And then, so package A for US, and then we have a very special creation of relationship course. This is a very special curated program where you can take, if you it's to maintain and take your relationship to another level. It's only on WhatsApp, there are no calls. The codes will be cleared. I mean, the energies impacting your relationship will be cleared. Each day we'll take one topic and the codes will be downloaded individually, and you'll receive a MP3 that you can play to heal your relationship. The dates are 28th March to 5th April. And what we'll be working on. To bring the next slide. So we'll be working on clearing patterns of past hurts and heartbreaks to I'm worthy of love, cheating, rejection, and betrayal in relationship to nurturing and supporting relationships, the clear lack of joy and download the code of joyous and happy relationships. We'll clear blocks to giving and receiving love, to giving and receiving love, to clearing fears of commitment, to downloading the code of commitment, retrieving lost parts of you that you've given away in relationship, and downloading the code of self-love and self-worth, and clearing scarcity mindset in relationships, to downloading the relationship code of abundance of love, and clearing limiting beliefs about the type of relationships I can have through positive experiences, and limiting beliefs about my worthiness of love to the relationship code of deep love, intimacy, and connection. And this is all the expected benefits: rewriting of your cellular memory for more fulfilling relationships, harmony, improved health, peace of mind, better productivity, joy, and happiness. And then usual rate is it's $28 and rupees 2,000. But just for Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies listeners, it's $21 and rupees 1,500, making it a 25%. So ideally, what we are doing is, so you've now some of you have received awareness in your relationship. And once you know where you're in a relationship, once you get that awareness, you can start changing the way you are in a relationship. So please understand, cheating, betrayal doesn't happen overnight. We really build up to it. It's part of your experience and makeup. And somewhere in your life, when you were very young, you experienced this energy. And that starts creating the energy for you. And so it plays out in your life. Caste and characters change, as you can see with Geet. 2 marriages, but different characters, but same experience. And so what you really want to do is change your experience. And by changing the experience, you definitely want to take a session to change that subconscious mind, because it's very difficult to go into the subconscious mind and start changing what you have experienced. And plus, we don't know where we are stuck. So we basically, it's our gift that we enable you to find where you're stuck in life, what is triggering you, and how to change that. And I call Charu and me alchemists, and I now want to call myself change creators of change, because that's what we do. We work on changing people's lives and creating so much more harmony, and definitely change happens for you. So be willing to create change, because only when we are willing to create change in our life can we actually become greater in life. And relationship affects everything: money, health, your state of mind. So you definitely want to have an easy great life. So do opt for packages, even if you want to take the creation of relationship codes, which is although it will work on you think it'll work on a very different level than you expect. So what we'll do is we'll take two more. I think there are just 3 hands up, so we'll just take those 3 as demos, and we will finish the call. So Smita's there.
Smita, Dr. Sarah, and
Hello.
Karanija.
Yeah. Smita,
Hi.
you would need to come on camera if you want to be part of the demo. Can you come on demo, Smita? I mean, can you come on camera?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Yes, tell us what's happening in your life.
A lot of things, but I feel that I am stuck in some sort of loop, like in like every sphere of my life, starting from job to relationship to friendship. I just meet, like, let's say I have a job and I want to leave that job, or a friendship that I want to stop being friends with that person, but I keep giving them chances and chances. And then one day something just happens which like breaks everything in me, and then I have to leave that thing. So I don't understand why that thing keeps happening to me.
Okay. So you want to understand why you're stuck in the loop. Is that what I'm
Yes.
understanding?
And this is a recurring thing in every part of my life: job, friendship, relationships, everything.
Okay. Okay. So what keeps you in this pattern of being stuck in your life is basically fights, arguments, and conflicts. So that is what your energy is. Your energy is you're stuck in that mode of fights, conflicts, and arguments, fights, arguments, and conflicts. What keeps you at home and stuck in this energy is photographs and energetic attachments is vows. Your emotional aspect starts going into lies and cheating, or there's that energy of lies and cheating. And you're married, you're not married, or
Not married.
so, and that's the energies.
Internal factors that are creating you or that is creating this loop or keeping you stuck in this loop karmically, that means from previous birth you are bringing unhealthy relationships, the energy of unhealthy relationships from previous births. And in this life, what you have from experience, the energy that has become a program in your life is an injustice. So the energy of injustice plays. An ancestral cause is this whole thing is a repeating transgenerational script. So it's generation after generation. This is going like the story is going forward. The loop. The record is stuck. Yeah. So it's going generation after generation. And if I'm not, if you see it properly, it's coming from your father's side. So you will see this pattern in your ancestral lineage.
Okay. The injustice part resonates a lot because I always feel that I have not done anything wrong. Then why is this thing happening to me, right? And conflict and fight, I never fight. I just give up.
No,
I don't fight.
but that's it, right? You're not fighting. It's the same thing, fight or no fight. The conflict is, should I be friends? Should I not be friends? Should I leave this? As you said, you don't leave it till it goes into that big fight and you end it. So you are doing fights and conflicts, whether you can see it cognitively or not. The inner conflict is, I don't want to be friends with you, but okay, I'll give you another chance. I don't
Conflict is not verbal conflict.
yeah.
Conflict is the
inner
conflict.
And fight.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's what you're doing, the energy, what you're doing. Should I be a friend? Should I not? And then photographs. So it could be photographs. Could be you may not realize it now, but there could be a photograph, let's say, of something in your house that kind of triggers some memory of when you were a child or something. So you can look at what photographs you have and see what plays out for you.
Okay.
You know, like when we see,
right.
Yeah, it's in your home. So like when we see, let's say, a picture of a waterfall, right?
Yeah.
We become serene. If we see a picture of a war, then
Yeah.
we kind of become aggressive, right?
Right.
Right. Also, like a bull. If a bull, they want to get that bull anger, they put a red cloth, right? So the bull is seeing that. So it's the same thing for you. You don't know what the energy is, but there's something around in your space which is coming from photographs. And vows is connected to basically the ancestral, where you have a repeating transgen script. So my father, like, the transgen script is my father did it, my great grandfather did it, and now my children will do it. Like, that's a transgen script. So it's that is how it's repeated time and time again. And lies and cheating is what you're doing, right? You don't want to be friends with this person, but you still give that person another chance. So you're cheating yourself. You're cheating yourself out of saying, actually, no, you know what, you're not really treating me nicely. Right? Or you won't even tell that person that, hey, I don't like how you treat me.
Same. I do
Yeah.
that. I
And
never tell anyone
that's what
anything, and I'm like,
exactly.
it's okay. This
Yeah,
much
so
I
you're
can
lying to
do.
yourself. Or you're
Yeah.
lying to the other as well by saying it's okay, right?
And from past life, these are the unhealthy relationships that are coming, that you want to then shove off. That is coming from, this energy is coming from your previous births.
Yeah, that is why I feel like bounded in some way. I'm like, I just can't let go.
And the plugs are binding you, and then the triggers, external triggers, are putting fuel to the flame.
Like,
You do take package A at least to move yourself.
A or C, if you want to get rid of the triggers as well.
And this is the for you as card for you. It's female, so use your female energy to enhance any area of your life. So be more feminine, be softer, and be gentle. So I mean, what comes to mind for you is be manipulated. You know how you just bat your eyes and say, I don't want to go. Let's go. And I'm like, no, yeah. So it's more that manipulative, feminine, sensual, sexual energy. And then you can get out of your way, get them out, or make them do what you want.
is it? I don't
Yeah.
do that, but okay.
Yeah, because it was life for you, because you smile. So it'll definitely make a difference for you. So bat your eyelids and cry a bit also is fine to get what you want. Trust me, you'll see a difference.
Oh God.
Just let those tears roll little. And then they're like, oh, no, let's go. Look, I love you so much. Come on, let's do. We'll change it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I will try to look at the packages.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I think the next one is Dr. Sarah.
Yeah, hi, good evening. And first and foremost, thank you so much for all the sharings that we have got the past 2 days. I'm sorry, I was with my grandson. I mean, I've just given him to his mother. He's taking his sleep. So basically, more than a relationship issue, okay, to begin with, I was a complete tomboyish person, getting married to a person who was not of my choice. We did divorce. I have a son, fantastic relationship with my son and my daughter-in-law. The best part of it is that before my ex-husband passed away, we were in Dubai when he went into coma. And I think I had to complete my journey with him. So he was out of coma, 10 days he stayed. I went in a lot of forgiveness, and of course he passed away. So that issue, I mean, I'm a healer and into a lot of karmic cord cutting. So I think that was my karmic choice of this relationship. So at a point of time in my life, when I was like, on the complaining mode, that how could my parents get me married to somebody who was so different from me, it all went into a huge amount of gratitude and forgiveness. I want to know, is there any way of a relationship with finances is what I've always had a challenge with. I've had to bring up my son financially. He was not able to support. I mean, unfortunately, he just couldn't get into earning more. My husband, he's no more now. Even now, I've just been kind of been, you would say, comfortable, but never abundant. At a point of time, especially when I came into my work, it was like coming rock bottom. I had debts. I still have a couple of debts left, and a lot of changes, a lot of up and down. I have, in fact, changed and shifted to a new city now, new state, from Nagpur, Maharashtra to Karnataka, Bangalore. And it's been 10 months. I still haven't got into any kind of work. I'm professionally a homeopath and into quantum energy medicine. My expertise is basically visualization and karmic cord cutting and affirmations. So I have this thing, I feel somewhere I'm stuck where finances are concerned. I have been able to manifest for other people, but where I'm concerned, it's like
So
I have
let's
a
look
property
at,
which is left, which is
yeah.
having an issue, it's not being sold. So another property took a long time. So I feel finances comes difficult, like
Okay,
stuff.
we'll have a look at your finances, your relationship with finances.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah, sure.
I need some magic with it so that I can take some, I think I want to take the package D eventually.
So on the mapping of consciousness, your relationship with money is denial. So in a sense, you deny money or you deny money coming to you.
Okay.
Yeah. And
yeah, probably because even today when my son asked me, like how much are you going to put he's making my whole PPT and a whole program. Very right. I'm never able to tell, okay, I'll charge this much. I underplay myself. So he told me $200 and I said, no, let's make it 150. You're right.
Yeah. And in the house, what's the memory that is creating the lack of relationship with money is photographs.
In this house, the new house, there are no photographs.
So maybe where you had a photograph.
Back in Nagpur, I have all my.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe there's some photograph that is keeping that memory in.
Okay.
It could be photograph. I mean, it not necessarily have to be photograph in the wall as well. It could be photograph in your phone. It could be photograph on a billboard. It could be a photograph on the TV that you see. So you can just identify and see what it's just awareness now. And sometimes these things are all in your subconscious mind, so they don't come out cognitively right now. So no need to actually even think, you can see.
You're right about the photograph. Probably the photograph I have over here, which my son wanted, was of his grandparents, my father and my father-in-law. And both were very, very, I wouldn't say denial of money. Dad was working with Excite batteries and he hated anybody to give him any bribe. And my father-in-law was another very strict person. So he couldn't stand anyone trying to, you just take this and get work done. So I think and I've got their photographs.
Yeah, so there you go. So there is the memory of lies, cheating, and betrayal, right? Because lies, cheating, and betrayal. So the cheating and betrayal, not that they did that energy, they may have not done it, but they were very staunch against it.
Very staunch.
Yeah, and so you also come from that, so you don't receive. Now most people, I mean, this is so interesting.
Dad didn't allow wedding gifts.
Yeah. 1 minute. So this is so interesting. So
thank you.
Yeah, so you understand that the reason why you're stuck with money is because you actually have a judgment about people who take bribes, or who people to take under the table. And so you aren't able to receive from so many people because of this ingrained imprint, do not take bribes. So you will not receive from people who take bribes.
Okay.
How cool is that?
Interesting. Very interesting.
So the internal factors, let's discuss your internal factors that's blocking your relationship with money. So karmically, you are bringing the energy of burdens. So the energy of burden is playing. It's coming from previous birth. This life, what you have learned is self-limitation. So now self-limitation has become a program. And as we can see what Brenda picked up, there is a subconscious self-limitation. Already judgment is there. So you don't want to receive from certain types of people. So that also is self-limitation. And that is your present life experience that has become a program. And the third aspect is the ancestral, where it's called the denied aspect. So your ancestors were denied certain things, and now you are running that energy and you are denied, your real value is denied.
Okay, makes sense.
That's the denied aspect, as karmically it's playing in your life.
Okay, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
It will go generation after generation.
Oh,
So in order for you to continue your healing, this is the card that came up for you, which is connect. And this is connect to nature and ground yourself. Connect to the animals and let love surface. Connect to the stars and cosmos and allow yourself to expand. Connect to your loved ones and allow for oneness, understanding, peace, and harmony. Connect to light beings and allow healing to take place. It's allowing yourself to be at peace with whatever's happening in your surroundings. So connect to yourself and let the joy flow in. So basically, these are all from my deck of cards, which is deck of healing cards. And if you would like, anybody would like to buy them, they are available. They give you a lot of processing and help along the way. So they are like your buddy cards, and they can help you process things as you go.
As you say about the generations and generations, would it affect my children also, like my son also? If
it must be playing somewhere in his life as well.
Because I mean, every time he's stuck in a job, he does it and it gets. I mean, just now also he's again looking out for a job.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he has a relationship with his bosses. They always are not. They don't value him. They really fleece him, and the last boss didn't even pay him. He owes him 5 lakhs.
Denied aspect. Denied aspect.
So definitely you take session. You can take a session. Or you can
I mean, 100% once. I think I'm just keeping my fingers crossed for my property. It is probably maybe in 15 days to a month. I definitely will take a clearing session. I need it. I know that. I mean, I think I was looking out for somebody to give me a clearing. Thank you so much. And I just want to ask you, I mean, even for a friend, I'll get back to you all later. I was talking to her husband about y'all, and she has no relationship issues, but she's gone into a lot of healing, like Bhaktamar healing. That's what she's done. She's gone to that level, selfless to all. But if you ask me, I have done a little bit of work on her. There is a childhood trauma. We can only stop whenever I get into it. And just now she's gone into a little bit of mental anxiety and depression. And so he's put her off completely 3 months from social media and everything. So he was just asking, I mean, I was saying if I can get kind of healing done from you all, I would like to talk to you about later, probably.
Yes, you can get into touch, or you can get in touch with us, definitely, because we can do relationship healing with anxiety, depression, or whatever we can discuss with her as
how do I get in touch with you?
It's on the Mystic Lotus. I think the team, Simran, you can get in touch with Dr. Sarah, please.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much. God bless. God bless.
Thank you. And I know I said 3 people, so Umesh has the last person. You're lucky, baby. Yeah. Hi, Umesh. You're on mute. You can unmute. I think. Hi, Umesh.
Hi. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. Ma'am, I have this problem since childhood that whenever I start a new relationship, be it in my college or office after post-graduation, or in even social circle or personal circle, initially it's a very good. People like me, like anything. And I always play my part. I never left anything left. But after some time, people start using me like anything. And then comes the time for me thinking that whether I should say bye-bye to them or not. And I keep lingering this issue for some time. And after some time, after some time, I feel so cheated, betrayed that I feel that no, now it's the final time to say bye-bye. And it happens in almost all the relationships. So I feel that there is something wrong in my pattern, because it is happening with almost all the relationships. Everybody cannot be so good or so bad. But this is my blind spot. I'm not able to know about it. So if you can enlighten me, it will be a great help to me.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So I will start with the internal factors.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you know we just discussed in the beginning that we check the internal factors and the external factors.
Yes,
So I'm
ma'am.
checking today the internal and Brenda is checking the external ones. So for
Okay,
you,
ma'am.
the first internal factor is the karmic. Karmic means coming from your past life. So
Okay.
that you are bringing sadness from past life. So energy of sadness. So what happens is these relationships finally create sadness for you. Whatever the relationship you are going into, they ultimately create sadness for you because this energy is coming from past life. Root cause means this life. Now, from your experience with various relationships, you have made two programs. One is frustration. So relationships frustrate you and they create great disappointments. Second energy is disappointment. So frustration and disappointment. So no matter how hard you try, they will end up, because these are now two programs running for you in every relationship: frustration and disappointment. And the third cause is ancestral cause. So ancestrally, it's unresolved dying purpose. So one in some of your ancestors, their dying wish was not completed. How do you explain that unresolved dying purpose?
Yeah, so at the time, I mean, before they died, they would say, basically, I have my wish to go and climb the mountain or to visit the temple. So because they didn't get that and they died before having that wish, you are going to clear it for them.
Yeah.
You finished?
Yeah.
Okay. So your energy makeup is rage, anger, hate. So I don't know if that's your base nature or you're not, but it is internalized. So it's internal. So you might be very calm and quiet on this, but inside is subconsciously the energy of rage, anger, and hate is there. Or let's say anger. Let's not go into the harsher words. Okay. So some anger is sitting there, right? Maybe not at the people, but angry at life. Why am I facing this? angry at, I can't find this relationship, right? So you angry at yourself, life, or I don't know, God as well. So sometimes we get angry at God. So that is your makeup. And your house has the energies of this anger or this, repeated pattern of, that you have with relationship. Going, gone, right? So that house memory, house is having that memory. So it keeps you in that loop. And also, like we spoke about from the internal, there's a vow. So there's somehow a vow with the ancestral or vow that you will, be doing this energy. And the energy is unsupported. So mostly all your stuff is coming from being unsupported. So ideally, you need to look at where in the life you're unsupported. And I would think it would be coming from a very young childhood. Maybe parents or somebody or grandparents didn't support you, or that you wanted to do a career that wasn't supported by them.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And so that is what is it. So now that anger is there. So you were, and so if you go back in time, you wanted to do something, nobody supported you. So that anger is sitting there. And it's in the subconscious mind. It's not in your conscious makeup. You must be a very kind-hearted person. But it's not about the now, it's about the then. And because you haven't let go of the then, that energy keeps creating. And so the reason why everything falls out is because you're playing the energy of unsupportedness. So they don't support you, and then it goes into cheating, betrayal.
No, but with the passage of time, I became some sort of self-sufficient, and I felt that even if they are not supporting me, I don't have any issue, because now I no longer need their support. This sort of ability I developed it. Still, that problem is continuing.
Yes, because in the subconscious mind, it sticks you and you don't let go. So unless it's changed from there. See, I didn't even know about your makeup, but it's from my charts. I don't even know about you. But I found what is your trigger, right? So this is the beauty of our charts. And this is the beauty of what is stuck in your subconscious mind. So you can see actually all your whole issue is coming from unsupported. You might say physically, I forgive you, but heart, deep in heart, that pain is there. And that pain and that experience of what you felt because they didn't support you. Yes, you did it. You got it. You achieved. You're self-sufficient. You're great. But that moment in time where you were left stranded is that imprint. That memory is stuck. And until that memory is cleared, you're just going to be creating the same thing. And so in a way, your friends don't support you. Then it goes into lies, cheating, betrayal, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So a remedy for you is this card, which is hand it over. Sometimes we act brave, see, and carry all our troubles and hardships on our shoulders, in our body or in our mind. See, exactly card for you. What we don't realize is that if we don't let go, we don't resolve our issue, and that remains with us, creating stagnation. See, double, universe is telling you double information.
Yes.
The easiest way is to hand over everything to Mother Earth, God, or angels and ask them to look after it. So hand it over is the card.
Or select packet C.
Yeah.
Get your space cleared and your internal factors cleared. Life will be beautiful.
Okay. Right, ma'am. Perhaps that is the problem, because I have some sort of attachment that this problem is my problem. I should handle. I should not hand it over to somebody.
Yeah. So
Perhaps
hand it over.
Yeah. Perhaps that is the problem.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. So thank you, everyone. We had a great time. We enjoyed speaking to you and showcasing our work and showcasing our magic. The packages are there in the chat, and I guess you all will get your emails as well. As a final goodbye, Charu, final goodbye.
Final goodbye.
What are you going to say? So I would like to share from my card, which is gratitude changes my life. I have drawn this. This is my own drawing as well. And the card is called Loving Kindness. And the message for everyone is practice loving kindness. Treat others as you would like them to treat you. Any tiny change you want to see in others must begin with you. Change starts with you. And so this is also our logo, BNC, which is also Brenda Charu, but actually started out with being the change, which is Mahatma Gandhi's quote, which is I think which is Mahatma Gandhi's quote saying, "Be the change that you would like to be in the world." And this is what I practice very much in Charu also. We be the change that we like to see in the world. So when you get up in the morning, imagine yourself connecting to your family and friends. Feel the love flowing from your heart to each person. Create a vibration of joy, laughter, and harmony between you and the other person. Such a wow card for relationships and working on enhancing our relationships. And Charu?
Yeah, so with loving and kindness, we take your leave. Thank you very much for your valuable time. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Charu. Thank you for sharing the beautiful message. Thanks, everyone, for joining.